So I have here some organic silken tofu. I'm going to try and make a little bit of a scramble out of it like I would do with eggs. So this is the tofu, and it's called silken because you can see the consistency of this tofu. This is the softest version of tofu, and they call it silken because if you mix it up like this, it looks like, if you will, eggs. So I'm going to season it like I would my eggs, and then I'm going to saute it in the pan, and let's see what happens. So I've got some country crock plant butter with olive oil. I'm going to take a couple of pats of this and put it over here in the pan. So you see I have 2 pats, about 2 tablespoons of butter in this pan that I'm going to allow to melt and warm up the pan, and then we're going to season our tofu, place it in the pan. So some of the ingredients we're going to be adding to the silken tofu here are turmeric, really for color, to make it look like eggs. And then we got some Italian seasoning. We have Tabitha Brown's like sweet, like smoky. We have Mrs. Dash, ultimate garlic, and then we have some sea salt. So these are the ingredients we're going to add into here. I'll do probably a pinch of each. And this is about a pound of tofu, I believe. And so maybe a 1/4 of a teaspoon of each to start out, and then we'll go from there. So I've added the seasonings, as you can see here, and I'm just going to mix them in like that. And you can see how the turmeric is causing the yellowing effect for the tofu. I may have to add a little bit more turmeric to just make them even more yellow so that they look like scrambled eggs. Now we have our 2 tablespoons of melted plant-based butter. Go ahead and put the silken tofu in the pan here. Okay, I'm going to turn up the heat just a little bit, and then I'm going to add a little bit of all of these different seasonings again. So here's some more Mrs. Dash ultimate garlic. We've got some like sweet, like smoky, Tabitha Brown, a little turmeric, a little bit more turmeric, and some sea salt. It's starting to simmer just a little bit. As it's simmering, I'm going to keep stirring it. And we're going to let it cook until the texture and the consistency changes just a little bit. So as you can see, the consistency is a little weaker than scrambled eggs. The color is that of scrambled eggs. The texture is more like the texture of grits, but it tastes amazing. I like the color, and I'm going to see what I can do to make the presentation and the usage of this delicious silken tofu mixture to make it a beautiful and savory meal. Stay with me. So at this time I have some fresh organic baby kale and this beautiful red onion that I'm getting ready to slice. Alright, so I have here coarsely chopped organic baby kale and some sliced red, or in the words of my grandson, purple onion, grandmama. And so I'm just going to massage it with a little bit of this olive oil. Going to put a little olive oil on top, like that. A wedge of lemon juice. I'm going to just squeeze it over that, like that. Then we take some sea salt over here and sprinkle that on top, like that. And then I'm going to gently massage these because I'm not going to cook them. I want to get all of the enzymes out of these vegetables raw. Sometimes I saute these vegetables, but there are other times when I don't, when I want all of the freshness, all of the enzymes, because as soon as you cook these up to 102 degrees, you deplete them of the enzymes, which is what we need for our bodies the most. We need it raw the most than we do cook. So there you have it. And now I'm going to add some other things to it. Just stay with me. So now we have this beautiful silken tofu, perfectly seasoned and colored with turmeric. And on top of this, on this beautiful china plate, I'm going to take the fresh mixture of the kale and the red onions. We're going to just put that right on top, right there, going this direction, so you can still see the beautiful silken tofu. Make sure I got it all. And then on top of that, we're going to add some beautifully cooked quinoa. I'm going to sprinkle it just a little bit over the plate. A little bit of quinoa, like that. And then we're going to add some shaven Pecorino cheese made from sheep's milk, which is the only cheese really me and my husband are allowed to have as blood type A and O individuals. So I'm going to take this beautiful white delicious sheep milk's cheese Pecorino, and we're going to sprinkle it on there. It has a nutty, salty flavor to it, and it's absolutely delicious. So here you have the finished product of this breakfast, lunch, or dinner meal, really.